Well, good afternoon, people. Um, I pretty much want to talk about fathers, and I'm not trying to uh, you know, as they would say, like put down women's or nothing like that. It's not about right is wrong is wrong. Pretty much that's what I'm trying to basically cover. But I want to talk about fathers, and I've been seeing a lot of it on social media lately and YouTube and stuff like that. Fathers for women's and the men's and child support, right? I came across one little skit. Oh yeah, before I start too, I'm sorry. If y'all like this laugh, whatever, what I'm about to say, whatever, I would like to hear your opinion or comments or whatever. I want to know your views and what you think. And mainly when I talk about fathers, women, I'm talking about black women. And the reason why I'm saying black women is because that's the only culture I know. I'm not around other races all the time. And then the stuff that I see on social media platform is always black women. You know what I'm saying? So I want to talk about far as this child support thing. And what I mean far as that, I came across where there a guy, which he made a lot of sense, which I didn't think of it, right? When he made a comment where that when it comes to women, right? If they have the child, right? If they can't afford that child, the government come in to assist them to help them, right? They're able to get link, as they call it back in the day, food stamps or housing, right? For the woman and the children, right? But with the guy, if he can't afford, he goes to jail, or if he gets behind, uh, they pretty much take his whole check, whatever. Not knowing that his condition, let's say that he doesn't have anyone to live with, whatever. Maybe he's struggling to pay his bills, or whatever the case may be. They don't give the guy a break. He got to come out of pocket on everything. This woman doesn't. Also, I didn't think of this, right? Okay, um, somebody else made a comment too about this. If a woman doesn't want the child, right? Don't want to be bothered with the child, right? She has every right to put the child for an adoption, right? Okay. Once again, the guy who, you know, that she had sex with. And I understand why people give it adoption for other reasons too, like far as uh that person was young or they was raped or they just know they just can't afford this child. That's fine. But when there's consensual sex and you got pregnant and they say you didn't want it, uh, I don't know if the guy is able to fight for that child. Say, well, okay, this woman's giving up her rights or whatever the case may be. I want to raise my child. Is he able to take the child from the mother that was going to put the child for the adoption? That's one of my questions. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure that he probably can, and I'm sure they got to go through a lot of probably have to come out of pocket to do so. But it just seems like that everything is easier for the woman when she doesn't want to be bothered with the child or want to keep the child. There's always some type of assistance to help the woman out, but not the guy. Now, another uh, issue is you got some women's out here that plays a certain game, right? They say a good guy. You know, you always hear about the good guys and the bad guy, the bad boys, whatever that draws more of an attention, whatever. They say that okay, she know this bad guy is not, this bad boy is not responsible, but she like that thrill of uh uh how he draw people to him and the negative whatever. She know if she ever got pregnant by that guy, she know that she's going to expect what she's not going to expect from that guy. So the thing is, she doesn't go all out of her way, but a good guy, that she knows that this guy is responsible, got his priorities all together and everything's net. But somehow this guy gets hit with child support. And I'm saying this because I got a buddy of mine. I looked at him as my little brother. And he took, I think I talked about him before in one of my videos. And she was living with her grandmother. Matter of fact, living in the basement. Well, she was living in the basement part of her grandma's house and all that stuff. But anyway, they end up having a child together. He moved her into his place and that thing. Even though she had a child before the older child before the one, they had the one together. Did all this stuff for her and that thing, and she know what type of guy he is and all this other stuff. Now, when the relationship didn't work out, I don't know what she made of her own decision as far as letting it go, moving out, and all this other stuff. And she hits him up with child support pretty hard, considering that she know how responsible he is. He's a good guy. You know what I'm saying? He got at that time, me and him was working together, but he ended up getting another job. But right now, he's doing very well where he's at right now. He's bringing in good money, but also he picked up another job. You know what I'm saying? Not because of the child support part of it, but I'm just saying the stuff that she's putting him through right now is just ridiculous. And I'm sitting here like, you so focusing on him and try to bring him down, and all that energy she using to attack him because she still got feelings for him, to the point where she never realized she's neglecting the child. You know what I'm saying? It's, to me, nowadays, I think I'm starting to see that it's women getting pregnant on purpose, like just for the money benefit. Because I'm gonna talk about, I'm kind of going through the same situation, but I'm thinking like, after all these years, right, that I've been paying child support for a long time, and it doesn't really affect me much because I had jobs where I wasn't getting nothing, wasn't getting paid nothing, and child support eating that up. Even when I got a little part-time job to try to match up the first job, it wasn't doing enough. Excuse me. I'm thinking on that behalf, like, for one, if I was trying to be in my child's life, I couldn't because I'm trying to work 2 jobs, pay my rent, pay my other bills because child support's eating me up. You know what I'm saying? Then on top of that, court system force you to provide medical. I don't know that it goes in all state, but the state that I'm in, I have to provide medical. So now it's taking out medical for me and this child. Now it's eating up. It's eating me up. So now I'm like, I can't. What I supposed to do? Instead of the other person try to co-parenting where we can make a arrangement without the government being in our business, but instead, because they feel in some kind of way, they want to so-called attack the guy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm gonna fix you. Like they still holding on this grudge, this anger. Oh, I'm gonna make you feel this. No, whatever pain you going through, we're not gonna feel it. Feelings are different. The same way people, if someone lost a loved one, people grieve differently. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to. I don't know. I just feel like that the system is always going to be against us. You know what I'm saying? For us on the male part, because like I said, my buddy of mine's right now, and this happened during the pandemic where his ex pulled a slick one, where at that time they couldn't figure out the courts, right? So when they discovered where it, when they did the what they call it Zoom calls or Zoom meeting, whatever, because you can't be in court due to COVID at the time, she was getting a big lump sum of his money. She's not doing right by this money. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going by what he tells me, what he sees. But it's just the fact of you still going after my boy, my brother, but you got an older child. And are you trying to find his father? Are you trying to go through the same procedure that you're doing him? No. Why? Because I don't know nothing about her per se or her oldest son's father. Um. Why you not trying to find a way to go after him too? But no, you going after him because you know my guy's a decent dude. He doing it right, very smart. He tells me things. I'm like, oh man, I didn't know. I'm learning stuff from him, and certain things he learned from me. But at the same time, he you know, instead of just talking, instead of using the energy on negative stuff to try to keep coming at him because you feeling some kind of way, it's not going to raise a child. Money does not raise a child. I don't care. But it's funny how the real deadbeats don't get hit. Does not get hit. It's a couple of females that I do know that got multi kids by different dudes, and they not, and these guys is not on child support. But I respect them more because they showing, hey, I can do without it. Some of them said, I don't want the government in my business. I do what I got to do for my kids. But there's nothing wrong with them, especially in mine. Nothing wrong. But now that my child is getting older, all of a sudden now you want to text me and talk about no. He can speak for himself. He don't even know who I am, per se. I mean, he know of me, but he doesn't know me. He don't even know his grandmother, and I think that's sad too, because that's how petty and the energy that she puts in for my child to even not even knowing of this side of the family. He's not even really calling his own siblings now, and he has a brother and a sister. You know, my daughter cares so much to the point where she's still reaching out, but it's all about this game now. I don't know what is it. I'm sorry, I just had to kind of thirst. I want to try to put that in the camera because I'm not trying to advertise. But I don't know. It's petty. Instead of when I moved back home, back into my hometown, instead of her calling me, and I think my son was in a single digit at that time. When I left, instead of us talking to make arrangement, a way that I get him for the summer or holidays, alternate holidays, do what I can. Nah, she had her own plan, her own ideas. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that I know there was very petty, and I'm not for to go, and I wasn't for to fight or go through all this. I was not for to go arguing this net because she saw what I went through with my two oldest kids' mom, and try to pull the same thing and do it 10 times worse. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't for to go through that same procedure anymore. I'm, you know, if I really didn't have the money. I'm just starting back over when I moved back home, and I'm trying to build. But then once again, I'm getting these letters in the mail from courts, child support, and modifications, and all the stuff like that. So if you think money is gonna raise him, or you think you got it by yourself, which a lot of females out here they keep talking about, I got to raise my son to be a man. No, the only thing you could advise him or teach him is how to respect women and other stuff like that, but you cannot teach him how to be a man. Even a man can't teach another man how to be a man. It comes within, and how humble you are and how you was raised. And he might have questions that, like, to me, I don't know what questions that he might even have in his head about me or what he wants to know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And the same with my little brother, my buddy that I call my brother. With him, his whole situation is kind of different, but he fought. But two of his sons, this brother here, this young brother, he's young. He fought even with the little money that he had. You know what I'm saying? Going to court. He won one of them to the point where he actually have custody of one of his sons. You know what I'm saying? Full custody. And this the part I'm not understanding, that his youngest son, mom, the one I'm talking about, know all this. You know what I'm saying? Know all this. and she still did what she did to him. You know what I'm saying? Which is petty. Now, um, I don't know. I just feel like when it comes to us as black men, black women, they always saying that there's not enough black women being protected. True enough, yes, we are stacking on that part, but the government also plays a part of that too. Which on top of this new modern type, whatever, uh, women. I feel like, hey, I'm there. I could be there, but you shut me out. That's one thing I can say. You shut me out. And once you shut me out, I'm not gonna try to. I mean, what can I do until he get older? Whatever he wants to know. One thing I never did, even with my two oldest kids, when they came and visited me, wherever the case may be, I never talked about their mom because that's not my place for me to try to bash another parent. You know what I'm saying? My thing is when I had got my two oldest kids, my thing was to get them for me to learn who they are and them to know who I am. Spend time with them, take them here and take them there, give them whatever I can. You know what I'm saying? But that's to say I can't say what she was saying about me or nothing like that. I'm not there, but though I'm sure that was stuff that was said. And one thing I like about my two oldest kids now that they are older, they starting to see. That's one thing I can say that I give time because time always gonna reveal certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? So now they know the truth about me, and they know the truth about their moms. They know who was actually really, really there. And I didn't have to do, and I didn't have to bash or do anything to make myself look good or say, oh, look, this is what I was doing, or this is what I'm doing. No. When they start saying stuff, they ask certain questions. I answer to my best ability without even trying to bash her. That's the thing. And I don't know how that's gonna go for my youngest son later on down the road. I don't know. But if this video ever get out to him or whatever the case may be, I'm here. I am here for him. He may not know it, but yeah, I'm here. But right now, I know he's at that age. He trying to find himself. The old school saying, to get to the age of smelling yourself and that. He not thinking about me right now. He not probably even thinking about his mother right now. He trying to do him. He trying to figure out where he fit in the world. You know what I'm saying? That's the age. That's the age that he at right now. So I expect certain things. You know what I'm saying? At the age that he at, right now. So he's gonna go through them stages. He's gonna go through them phases. Me per se, like I say, men versus women is always gonna constantly be this back and forth stuff about this and this and that. But like I said, all of a sudden I get a text from her at the blue talking about X, Y, Z, and I wasn't trying to hear all that. I didn't even respond to it because you had plenty of times. It's been almost close to 10 years for you to so-called respond to me out the blue about this and this and that, and then you put yourself in it. Like, I don't need to talk to you. I don't need to talk to you. That he's not in the single digits no more. That's when we should have been talking. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. This was on my mind. There's a lot of stuff that I was just seeing, and that's why I went live. And hopefully, that I was gonna get maybe someone comment or maybe could relate to what I'm maybe saying. I'm still maybe talking a little bit in codes. I'm not sure, but man, this is just ridiculous to the guys that are there for their kids and BM as they call them, baby mama. That sounds so ghetto. The children's mother. I don't know. I at some point at some age, the baby mama, it did sound ghetto. It just sounded ghetto to me. But the kid's mother, I don't know. At some point, I just want us to stop trying to attack each other through the system and actually if you know this guy is genuine and actually love his kids, let him be in that child's life. Regardless, I mean, your time is up. If things didn't work out between y'all two, that's fine. My daughter, I give my daughter credit, whether um she gets along with her child's father perfect. Because I asked her, I said, look, if things don't work out between you and him, please let that child see the father. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, if it don't work, it don't work out. Don't put that child in the same situation that you were coming up with, between her and her, me and her mother. You know what I'm saying? And she understand that, and they have a perfect co-parenting shit that I'm like, wow. She listened. She heard that part. He does. Whenever she needs him or whatever call, he there. Or if he can't, he said, give me a minute, whatever, blah, 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 woo. He's there. There. He don't got much. She don't have much, but they make it work. Co-parenting, without the system, even in their business, making it work. Now, please tell me that it can't not work as far as co-parenting. It can. But when you let I'm gonna tell you this. And my youngest son, mom, probably thinking I don't remember that she ever said that. This joker here, her pride is so up there, worse than the male ego. To the point I remember this joker said that that before she even apologized, even though she may know that she's wrong, before she's not gonna apologize. She said she would add more negativity to the stuff before she even apologized. And I say, wow, that's effed up. You know what I'm saying? Knowing if you wrong, but you will not apologize, but you will add more to the fire. That is crazy. And I keep that in mind because it's like, what? It's no one. And the crazy part, when she texted me, she put in there something like she really know me. Because everybody thinking, because okay, I mainly raised around females, right? Especially my moms, my sisters, right? And both my kids' mother sitting here thinking that I don't have a mind of my own and that I don't go by my own action. They think because I'm so close to my moms, my sisters, that I'm listening to them. They would tell you themselves that I don't listen to nobody. Lee's gonna do what Lee's gonna do, and that's fact. My actions are my own actions, but they thinking, oh, I'm listening to somebody. Oh, they got to be telling him something. I know this ain't him. This got no. It's all me. When I'm like done, I'm done. I even fought over a vehicle. This how petty this person was. They already had a vehicle. Instead of getting the vehicle fixed, knowing I didn't have one because the vehicle I did have before that one, they got into an accident. But to hurt me because I left, try to take away. So, but luckily that I have family. I was, close family where they looked out for me. You know what I'm saying? But and consider that I had my kids in the car. You know what I'm saying? When this incident happened where this person took this car away from me. You know what I'm saying? So, but everything's under the bridge. It is what it is. I'm at where I'm at. I am grateful. I am blessed. And the more I feel like the more people try to come at you, and I'm talking to anybody who may be watching this video, the more these people try to come at you in a negative way, using all their energy to come at you and try to bring you down, God is gonna constantly keep lifting you up. And I know it's hard sometimes when you get stuck. You're like, oh man, I gotta go through this. You gotta start all over. I'm telling you, look, child support ate me up so bad in between to the point I ain't have income tax for almost 3 years. 3 years straight because it was going to my kid's mother. child support taken out, extra getting taken out because I'm switching jobs. So of course I'm missing a couple of payments here and there. All that. All that. But like I said, if they think money gonna raise the kids, go right on ahead. Now I get credit. I was mostly in my two oldest kids' life because when I got with my two oldest kids, mom, we was young, we was high school. So yeah, um, I had more leeway because seeing them because of you know her family. I was young when I got in the family, so it was more easy for me to get my two oldest kids. But I think if she was in the same situation as my youngest son, mom, because they're gonna take her side no matter what. Even if they might even know that she's wrong, they're gonna take her side. So that is how it is. I had nobody backing me up on that side for far as me and my son, but it is what it is. And considering that I never filed no type of taxes or nothing on this child of mine or anything, this and that, I didn't care. I have to learn that, hey, if that's what it's all about, hey, let money raise them. So, and the crazy part is that she's actually from the same hometown, even though we met somewhere else, but actually from the same hometown. And you know, look, it's crazy. She got a father who lived. Now, considering that my mother is his only grandmother, she lost her mother at a very young age. So he doesn't. He only got one grandmother, which is my mother. And I feel like that's sad too because, hey, my mother don't even know him. That's saying of all the grandkids, including her one grandchild, it's only one that nobody don't know. Now I'm not saying he ain't got cousins and stuff on the other side on his mama's side, but I would say he got plenty of male cousin on this side. You know, he don't even see his niece, don't see his grandmama, don't see his aunts. You know what I'm saying? So that just, I mean, he got second and third cousins. Um, I don't know. I don't even know what to say to that, but people, I'm going to end this live because I have to eat. Go and try that. I just feel like I just needed to get this out of my system for a little bit because I'm just stuff that I was just seeing on social media about child support and this one girl. I don't know if I can find it. I don't know if I can put it on this link in the what's name. Put the link down here. If I find it, I will put it on here. And it's just tripped out that I felt a lot of kids out here are missing out on the other side of the family due to the prize of these females, um, because they still might have feelings for the kid's father. Which you always hear the stereotype, right? This is stereotype. Now, I'm not saying it's true because I've seen it myself, where the guy do not really want to be involved in the kid's life unless what I'm saying, unless they can still screw the mother, the mother of the child. They're like, only time come around because they think he will woo woo. But what's the excuse on the other end? If you know that the father don't want to be bothered, or whatever case may be, and you know that he moved on, why is you in your feelings? Why is that? It ain't about you. It's about the child. They keep forgetting that. It's not about the adults anymore. It's about raising this child and co-parenting the best way y'all can. And have communication so the child won't try to get over on you, or what I'm saying, the mother and the father, because the kid would know, oh, my parents don't get along. I'm gonna play on this, I'm gonna play on that. No, you got to keep communication going, regardless you may not like each other or not. It ain't about y'all anymore. Put that pride to the side, that ego to the side. It's about that child. And that's something, like I said, right now that my boy, I'm gonna call my little brother, and what I'm dealing with. It's that pride and that pride and that pride is worse than the male ego. You know how like guys feel like, oh, I gotta prove something. It's I don't know. I don't even know far as I don't even know if they're gonna ever come to this. Even if Miles ever came back to her senses, whatever. I don't be honest with you. We ain't spoken so long. I wouldn't even know what to even say to her. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of person. If I mean, I know it may sound cold, but even if I saw her, like I wouldn't have nothing to say. I would treat her like someone I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, what is there to say? What is there to really say? You talk through the system without talking to me. So I figure this is how you feel, and I'm gonna keep it that way. You know what I'm saying? Keep going. You know what I'm saying? I I just pray that nothing don't happen to me because now what? They don't look at the fact that what if something happened? You know what I'm saying? I hope. Man, it was but I'm gonna end this. But people whoever maybe watched this video or saw it live, whatever, because I had to go live today because it was just on my mind. I didn't want to pre-record something and then upload it. I just wanted to get it off right then and there. Um uh, but please, if you hear this, leave a comment or subscribe or send it to someone that who could relate to this. You know what I'm saying? Just just want to get your input or your opinion or onto what I may have said on here or whatever. Hope I didn't offend no one or anything like that. When not trying to just expressing myself. So y'all have a good day, okay? And I'm gonna end this and y'all enjoy the rest because I'm not gonna eat this food right here. I had to take a sip of my little drink, but y'all have a good one.